Good morning all, welcome back to our field, thank you for joining us. It's absolutely perfect today, nigh on perfect for the models that I want to test today. It started out almost cloudless sky and heat almost from, I don't know, about 5:30 onwards. Absolutely gorgeous. The clouds have just started to roll in a little bit and it's hiding the sun on occasions. When the sun does come out, absolutely lovely. It's a very hot day. The wind is coming from roughly northwest and it's gusting maybe between nothing and up to about 8 miles an hour as and when it wants to. Right, we've got here today the Eachine BF109E V2. Now, what is the difference between the V1 and the V2? Well, the first one is we've got a clear canopy. I was thinking of getting a 1/35 or 1/32 scale pilot and sticking his upper half of his body in there, just so there's someone in the cockpit to fly the plane. Other than that, I do believe this has a function now that if you lose radio control, maybe you've gone out of range or for whatever reason, the model will just drop. Previous models, the V1s or the very early Eachine models and some of the Volantex models, no, not the Volantex models, the Sonic models, had you lost radio contact, it would simply keep on flying and off it went. This one, I think the protocol's different on it. I've bought this without the transmitter because this is my transmitter from my Eachine P51. It does happen to use the V761 protocol and it bounced straight away. This will be its first flight. Hopefully all the functions that were operating on my P51 will operate on this one as well. A quick test in the man cave says that, yeah, it seems to be alright. It seems as though it should fly okay. Up and down to bind, hopefully. There we go, we have, we're in expert mode then, that is beginner mode. Hopefully we should hear the gyros clicking away. Yep, there we go. Let's make sure everything's turning in the right direction, and it is. Right, okay, we'll see you out on the field for a test fly of the BF109 V2. Okay, since preparing the model for flight and actually walking out here, guess what's happened? Of course, the wind's got up a little bit. Not so much I think it's going to bother this, but there we go. Right, we are in, let's have a look. Beginner mode. We'll try mid mode as well. I might even take it up to a bit of height and we'll do expert mode. From previous experience, I think we know what's going to happen if it goes into expert mode, but nevertheless, here we go. And I'm trying it with a 3-blade prop. I'm not too bothered about the 2-blade prop. The advantage of the 2-blade prop being that you know, less likelihood of being damaged. The undercarriage, of course, is off. There's no way I'm going to take off or land with any undercarriage here. Right, so we are in rate 1 and you can see how gentle those turns are. Accelerated a little bit with a touch of elevator. Okay, we're in rate 2. Let's see how we do there. Or mid rate. I don't really want to go into the sun. I've made that mistake several times and it normally involves more expensive models. Right, so here we are at a tad about half throttle and the wind's taking that. Now the wind seems to be coming from over there, maybe more of a westerly direction. I do like the colour scheme. I do understand. I'm not familiar with that colour scheme, but I understand it is based on an actual real life one, as it were, or one that actually served the Luftwaffe. That cross on there, not the German cross, the other one, I think that's from the Spanish War, if I'm correct. Tell me if I'm wrong. And the wind has just got up there, you can see it, the gyros and the airframe being buffeted about by the increase in wind speed. Right, I've got a little bit of height, so while the sun's behind the cloud, turn around, I'm going to press the aerobatics button, see what we get out of there. I wonder if I'll get a loop. No, it's not really a loop, is it? Now, I've just remembered. Actually, I think we can roll left or right. Yeah. So once you've completed your aerobatics manoeuvre, you'll roll left or right, then it will go back into the mode which it was in before. In this case, beginner mode. Now I know what you're thinking. Shall I try expert mode? Okay, I'll try expert mode. Let's go up in height. No. It seems to have, these models always seem to have quite adverse C of G, quite biased towards the rear. Certainly that helps you do virtually any manoeuvre you can think of, providing you're quick enough to control that manoeuvre. I find myself rarely able to do that. So I'm quite happy to fly it in beginner and mid rates. Colour scheme certainly does look nice. And it does aid with spotting the aircraft from a distance. These smaller models are getting better and better and better, and it seems to be that people do like these all-in-one packages where you just get everything in the box, apart from the transmitter batteries in some occasions, and take it out. They can have a bit of fun. And they're not going to damage anything. And if you've got the right camera, you can FPV these. I've got the Eachine Thunderbolt 500 or 550 millimeter wingspan. Oh no, actually it's the 500 millimeter wingspan, which I put a little, it's an Eachine TX06 split. I'm not sure they make that camera anymore, but I've got that one fitted in, and that gives me great footage from the cockpit as you were flying it, all on from the same flight battery, all powered via the same flight battery. little bit noisier, this one. You might be able to hear it. It might be the three-bladed prop, I don't know, but certainly the three-bladed prop is more scale-like, and you might argue you might get a little bit longer out of the flight time, and it may be faster if you use the two-bladed prop. I'm not entirely sure these are meant for speed. I mean, what's the fastest these little things can go? 30 miles an hour perhaps? Yeah, come on Eachine, let's have some more different models. A Hurricane, a Hawker Tempest, Typhoon. It seems to me Eachine have hit upon a brilliant idea, which is soon copied by other Chinese manufacturers. Well, other manufacturers worldwide, I suppose. What's the old saying that it goes, build it and they will come. So you make things like this, they sell, won't they? I don't know about you, I started off in the days where you had to build models from balsa and tissue, and you spent hours, months even, like I did, at your workbench, slowly putting things together, getting an engine ready, hopefully thinking you had the CFG right, then launching it, never to see it again. Or if you did see it, it was you needed a bin bag. Now I'm all for building. It certainly hones your skills. But you can see why these things sell in their thousands, can't you? All you got to do is take it out of the box, charge up the battery, buy some batteries for your transmitter, and off you go. And as I said on my previous videos, I get as much pleasure flying these little things as I do the bigger models. Right, battery is dying, so let's bring it in. Right, there's a perfect example of how well designed these things are. As you can see, when it came into land, the propeller popped off, and it's simply a case popping it back in. Right, okay, a superb design, absolutely fantastic. I think this is a very good flyer, and I think the V2 is going to sell very well. I can see that if you're very careful with a Swan Walton knife, this canopy will come off. If you want to add a German pilot in there, let's say about shoulders upwards, he's going to sit just about right in there. That's if you want to go the whole hog. I might actually do that myself. Thank you for watching this video. This is the BF109 V2 from Eachine, a cracking little plane. I've bound it with my Eachine P51. It bounds straight away. It uses the same protocol. You can also use the Jumper T Lite that has the it's got a lot of different protocols you can use, and I found the V761 protocol on there. The only bit of caution I will say is it does bind, but you'll find I think it's the aileron and the elevator channel were reversed. That was easy enough to fix. Okay, right, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.